Hi everyone, welcome to another video on Flutter. Not a story or anything, today we will dive straight into our topic. Fetching the data from the internet might be a bit difficult to the one who has just started working with Flutter. So today we'll be doing this. There are lots of ways to fetch the data from the internet and we'll see those in our upcoming videos. But today we'll use one of the simplest way to do this. So we will use the API from the MovieDB, which gives us the list of the movies. I'll keep the link of the site in the description box below. You can go through the site and use the API for your own practice. So this is what we'll be creating. It simply contains the list of the movies along with its title and description. So without any delay, let's get started. Let me create a new Flutter project for this. Till now, I have created a new file called homepage, inside which I have created a stateless widget. Now let's add the dependency that we'll be using in our project. In Flutter, we have a dependency called HTTP for making the HTTP request. All the HTTP methods act as a medium of communication between the client and a server. So while fetching the data from the internet, we will send a request to the server for the data that we want to display in our app, and we will use this dependency for that. You can go through the documentation to have the detailed information about how it works, but for now we will only use the get method to get the data from the server, and we'll be using this API from the MovieDB for getting the list of the movies to display in our app. Now this stateless widget will return a scaffold. Inside scaffold, I have added an app bar with the title movies, and the title is not aligned to center, so I have given the value false to this parameter, and I have added the background color to the app bar and the scaffold. Now if I'll run this code here, then you can see the output as this. So the text here seems too faded, so let's add a bit bright color to it. Okay, now if I'll do the hot reload, so it is a bit brighter than before. Now to fetch the list of the movies, I'll create the method called fetchMovies inside the same stateless widget. And this method will be of type async. Now let's have a look at our API. So the key result here hold all the information about the movies. So inside our fetchMovies method, I'll declare a variable called URL, which will hold the URL of an API, and I'll add a get method to retrieve the data. And after this, the function will return a json.decode function which parses the URL string and returns the object. So let me add this here. Now the body of our homepage widget will have future builder widget. So let me add it here. A future builder is a widget that helps us to show the views while the data is being loaded, and after the data is loaded, it has a property called future in which we'll pass our fetchMovies method, and a property called builder that will help us to show different views while the data is in different states. So the property builder will take build context and async snapshot as its parameter. So let me add all these things here. So the term async snapshot here iterates with the current state of data. So if snapshot dot has error, then we will simply display that error on our screen. So this will return a center widget which will contain a text widget as its child, inside which we will display the error. And if the snapshot has data, then we will show the data in the list view. So let me add this here. So we'll be using listview.builder to show the list of the movies. Item builder will take build context and index as its parameter. And this will return a row widget. Since we want to have the image of the movie along with its title and the description, so the item builder will return a row widget which will contain two containers. The first container will hold the image and the second container will hold the information about the movies. So let me add those here. Now after this, while the data is being loaded, then we want to show the circular progress indicator. So let me add it here. So the first container will contain a card as its child, and that card will further contain image.network as its child. Since we are going to fetch the image from the internet, so we will use image.network for it. So let me add it here. Now inside this, we have to pass the path of an image. For that, let's have a look at our API. So here inside the result key, we have a key called poster path. So this is the path of the image that will be displaying in our app, and now we have to access this. So for that, I will add a line of code. So this is how we can access the value of the key, but this is not the complete URL of an image. So let me add the remaining URL on it. Now let's add the property called item count to listview.builder. Now if I'll run this code here, then you can see the output as this. So the image here is being overflowed. So let's add some height to the image. For that, I'll add the property called height. And we want the image to be aligned to the left. So for that, I'll add the property called alignment. Now let's see how it looks. So yeah, now they are perfectly aligned to the left along with the certain height. So the next container here will have all the details of the movies. So let's add them also. So for the title of the movie, we have to access the key called original title, and for getting the description of the movies, we have to access the key called overview. So let's add them here in our code. So this container will now contain a column as its child, and this column will have three text widgets as its children. The first one will hold the title, and the second one will hold the release date, and the third one will simply have the description of the movie. So let me add them here. For the release date, I'll copy the same thing and I'll make the change on the key. Now let's see how this looks like. So again the text is being overflowed. So now we'll wrap the container with the expanded widget and we will make some changes on the color of the text. Okay, now we have changed the text colors and we have the name of the movie at the top, and this is the release date and this is the description of the movies. Now let's align all these details to the left. For that, I'll add a property inside the column widget which is cross-axis alignment. Now let's do the hot reload. So yeah, now the texts are aligned to the left. Now let's add some space in between these two containers. For that, I'll add a sized box. Okay, now we have the space in between these two containers. Now let's make a slight change on the colors of these two descriptions and release date so that it will look a bit more attractive. Now if I'll do the hot reload, then you can see the output as this. So finally we made it. This is all for today. In the next video, we'll try to do the same thing but in a different way. Till then, keep watching.